our project our project is on predicting the prices of um, rented apartments in Lagos State, Nigeria, and we have some areas selected in Lagos.
Sorry, is it possible for you to like get rid of the background noise?
It's my laptop that is making the noise. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so basically, this screen is where we put all our projects, everything that we did on the project. This is where we put them. So this is a Google Drive link to our work, ranging from our problem statement to our model that we built on the project. And so the approach I'll be taking is I'll be presenting I'll be sharing a PowerPoint screen, and also I would be taking us to where we wrote our codes. So permit me to share my PowerPoint. Sorry. Okay. So our project is on predicting the best prices of houses in Lagos, and we have some areas that we're looking at, namely Ikorodu, Ikeja, Ikoyi, Yaba, Aja, Lekki, Surulere, and Gbagada. And like we all know, shelter is one of the basic needs of man, and as as human beings, we spend a lot on where we live, and we also take into some consideration. We also take in some considerations of where we live based on proximity to our work and proximity to other centers like recreational centers and all. So basically, our problem statement is to predict the prices of houses in Lagos, and to also gain some insight from the data that we got. So we got our data by scraping a website called Property Pro, Property Pro NG. So Property Pro NG is a website that gives us information houses, about houses, about houses in Nigeria. So basically, go there to look at what houses are available for rent, what are houses are available for sale, and this page tells about what we did and the people who were responsible for the task. So for our web scraping, the person who did the web scraping was Achibe Okechukwu. And for after the web scraping, we went on to clean our data, and the person who did that is Achibe and Joseph Adewale. From then, we went on to do exploratory data analysis on our data, which was done by me. Went on to do data visualization, which was done by Adewale and Emmanuel using Power BI and Tableau. And we also went on to build our model, which was done by Emmanuel and I. From there, we went on to deploy our model. So this is the team. We have Okechukwu Achibe, we have Joseph Adewale, myself, Adila Yamide, we have Emmanuel Osholale, Victor Elisha, and we have Oladapo Omolaja. So these are the names of the tools that we used. Our data source is gotten from Property Pro Nigeria, and our data visualization tools are Power BI and Tableau. For our exploratory data analysis, we use Python and Jupyter Notebook. That we use Google Colab for our exploratory data analysis. For our model, we used CatBoost Regressor for our model. Even though we tried a lot of models on it, we tried Random Forest, we tried Decision Tree, we tried support vector regressor, and we also tried linear regression on our model. But the reason why we settled for CatBoost Regressor is because it gave us a better root mean square error, which help us in getting more accurate price of our houses. And we went on to deploy our model on Streamlit. So basically, we try to answer some questions on our model. We try to answer these questions. The features that are correlated to price. We try to answer the relationship between price and location, the features that has most correlations, the location with the most expensive rent, and the location with the cheap rent, with the cheapest rent. I also went on to look at the relationship between price and bedroom size. So here is the link to the notebook that did the exploratory data analysis, and from here I'll be explaining some of the things that we got from the data. So this is the notebook that did the exploratory data analysis, and here is a correlation map, that checks for the correlation between the values in our data sets, and we went on here to check for the values that are most correlated to each other and the values that are correlated to price. And we see that the most correlated targets, the most correlated value to our target, which is price, is the swimming pool, which has the correlation of 0.62. So what this means is that if the house has a swimming pool, most likely the price will be up. The price will be more expensive than the houses that do not have swimming pool and all. And we went on to see that the most correlated features in our data is the toilet and the bedroom, meaning that the higher the number of bedroom means that the higher the number of toilets. So assuming we have 10 bedrooms, we are going to likely have 10 numbers of toilets. So we also went down to answer some questions. We also went down to look at the most expensive houses in our data set. We went to see that the most expensive houses in our data set is between the range of 22 million naira to 24 million naira, and majority of these houses are in Ikoyi, Lagos, Nigeria. So from there we induced that the most expensive houses available in our project is in Ikoyi. And we also went on to look at the cheap houses in our data, and we saw that the cheapest houses in our data comes from Ikoyi. So it comes from Ikorodu, Nigeria. And we also see that there are some houses that are cheap in Yaba, and that the prices of these houses ranges from 150,000 naira. We went on to look at the average price in our data set. We went on to see that the average price in our data is 2,562,231 naira. We went on to look at the average bedroom size in our data. We went on to see that the average bedroom is two bedroom. So we went on to look at the houses above the average price, and we went on to see that the majority of the houses available are below the average price of 2.056 million naira, and the least, and we have 6,060 houses available that are above the mean price of 2.056 million naira. So as our investor, what does this say for our investors? So it says that, one, that you can actually get a house below the price of 2 million naira in Lagos, and the majority of these houses can be gotten in areas like Surulere, Bagada, Aja, Lekki. So you can actually get a good house for 2 million naira and below. We went on to look at the areas that have the most houses available, and we saw that Yaba has the most houses available, and Ikorodu has the least houses available. So if you are looking at houses in Lagos, you should consider looking for houses around Yaba, because one, it has the most houses available, and also the houses in Yaba are cheap, and Yaba is also close to business centers in Lagos. And if you are looking at getting cheap houses in Lagos, you should consider staying in Ikorodu. Ikorodu has the cheapest houses available, and also you have to be you have to be in a hurry to get houses in Ikorodu, because the houses available in Ikorodu are available. We also went on to look at the types of houses that are available, and we saw that the most houses available
With that happening, team one, you guys will have to salvage the presentation by moving it to the next person. Team one.
Oh, sorry, my power went off, and I'll be joining my phone.
Rita, you're saying?
Hello, Ayomide. Can you still
Yeah?
continue the presentation? Can you still continue the presentation?
Yeah, you can continue.
Okay. Hello, Ayomide.
Yes, Joseph, you can continue with the presentation.
Please continue for the next 1 minute, while I check it.
Okay. I apologize for my power, and I've been having issues with power here. So I'll be continuing with from where I stopped from. So we went on to look at. We saw that Yaba has the most houses available, and Ikodu has the least houses available. So this pie chart shows us the distribution of houses available in our data, and we saw that Yaba has most houses, followed by Aja, and Ikorodu has the least houses, followed by Ikoyi. And went on to check the type of houses that we have. So in our data, we have flats, from flat to self-con, and we saw that the majority of the houses available are flat apartments in our data, and the list type of houses available is terrace bungalow. And if you are considering getting a detached bungalow, a maisonette house, semi-detached bungalow, or terrace bungalow, you have to be in a hurry to look for the house and get a place secured, because we have limited available. And also, luckily, the most expensive houses in our data is flat apartment from Ikoyi. So you will still get a terrace bungalow, a semi-detached bungalow, a maisonette house, a detached bungalow for a reasonable price in areas like Bagada, Lekki, Surulere, and the rest. So after doing the exploratory data analysis and also gaining insights from the data, we went on to do the machine learning part of our project. And Joseph will be presenting the machine learning part of the project. Joseph, are you available?
Yes, I'm available. Okay. Thank you very much, Ayomide. So, like we said, Lagos is a very big city, and Lagos has up to 22 million people staying there. And there is a very, very serious population and housing issue in Lagos.
Guys, I'm just going to give you like 2 minutes to wrap up from your presentation.
All right. So, I'm trying to share my screen. So, all right. So, our model, we place most focus on a couple of features which we found through our exploratory data analysis to be very, very important. We discovered that the location is a very, very key feature. We also discovered that features like property type and number of bedrooms and number of bathrooms, number of restrooms as well are very, very important. So based on that, we also try to see, which metrics would help us to build a model better. And we found out that root mean square, error, and accuracy are very, very important. They are very key to the success of our model. We are ensuring that our model delivers the best results. Also, we made sure that we deployed using Streamlit, which has a pretty good user interface, pretty good user experience, and a quite easy, ease of access. So that's sort of what we did. Okay, so I can switch now.